is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Welcome to another video. On my last video, I kind of did a bag review as far as a beginner slash intermediate version. What I think the bag is worth, just stuff like that. If you want to check it out, hit the little link right here, and I'll leave that little video card so you can go check that out. An amazing bag, amazing product. I would highly recommend getting it, but I do leave my review in that video right there. So I kind of wanted to stay on the same realm of that for the next couple of videos, because I feel like there's not a lot of people that talk about the beginner and intermediate stages of photography. Everybody kind of pushes you to be an advanced photographer, or they talk about just beginner and making do with what you have. I'm a firm believer of making do what you have with what you have, but just sometimes there's products that you see that you're like, do I really need that? Do I need it to benefit me and my business enough to spend that much money, to spend such and such money on that product? And I have asked myself that very same question probably more times than I can count. But this one product it's got dozens of views and reviews and videos on YouTube, mainly because of who he is and the guy that helped make this. So I am going to be talking about this exact variable ND filter, but at the same time I'm going to be talking about whether I think you need one as a video or photo editor and in the beginner or intermediate stage. As far as this variable ND, if you don't know what a variable ND is, I've talked about it in a few videos. It's pretty much just a sunglass filter for your lens. If you want to shoot at a low aperture, you're going to need this if you're going to be outside. If you're shooting in direct sunlight, if you're shooting in really bad or harsh lighting, you're going to want to use this. Even if you're not shooting at a low aperture, I still kind of recommend using this. The one that I have is a 6-9 stop, so I planned ahead that I was going to be shooting in really low aperture. But yeah, as far as the Peter McKinnon Signature 2 variable ND, this is one of the most expensive variable NDs that they sell. This was $250 US, a huge price tag for a very small little package that it comes in. There's a few reasons that it is this much. One, Polar Pro is a master at variable NDs. They've been doing it for a while now, and it is made by Peter McKinnon. If you know anything about photo or video in the YouTube aspect world realm, you know who he is. He's very well known, and he partnered with Polar Pro to make this exact filter. He has two different versions. This is obviously the Signature 2, but it really doesn't do any different other than a haptic feedback whenever you're changing your stop, as far as whenever you're taking the photo or video. So that helps as well, because a lot of them don't have little clicky notches. They just have one rotating wheel. So it helps a lot, the fact that you can just click it, and it's not really a click, it's just a little bitty slight feel that you know that you're going to a different one. But it came down to what one did I need. There was a few options. Freewell makes a really good one. It's red, it's magnetic. It comes with a lens cover. They all are pretty much sold on B&H. You can just kind of go through and scroll. There's dozens of them. They all kind of do the same thing. It just kind of depends on the quality of how it does it. This probably does it better than any other one. Obviously for $250 it should do that better. It does have some vignetting. I have noticed that if you're using this, the edges get vignetting. But if you use Lightroom, or you're editing your photos at any level or degree, or your videos, it's literally just one little bitty slider that you fix it with. So I didn't see a huge issue in it, because I'm going to be editing the photo in depth anyway. I mean, what is one more little bitty slider? And if you have like a little preset pack, you can just kind of have one set to automatically do vignetting. That way you kind of just get it out the way. bang for buck. I haven't really found out if it was worth $250 yet. As far as it looking cool and it doing its job 130%, yes. It looks great on the camera. It comes with this little rubber thing. It actually is inside of here. It comes with this case. It is a very cool little case because you never ever have to touch the actual variable ND glass. I never honestly even touch the variable ND unless I'm shooting. So you unscrew this cap right here. I just unscrewed it from this case, and it is in here. This is actually the back of it. So this is what I would screw onto my camera lens. I screw it on, and it's on there, and then the rubber cap just comes right off, and boom, problem solved. You don't have to worry about anything else. And then when you're ready for storage, you just put it back on, screw it off, same thing, screw it back on, and you are good to go. And you can just store this. It is metal and it is rubber, like thick rubber, so nothing is really going to be getting into this. It is a weather tight seal. Whenever you have the rubber piece on there, it's kind of hard to put it on, but I've kind of figured out to angle it and then turn it, so it's just with trial and error. But as far as the beginners and intermediate people, do I think you need a variable ND filter whenever you are starting or whenever you're trying to get more money into this? From the beginner standpoint, absolutely not. Because I think this will make you crutched a little bit more than necessary. As far as the intermediate, do I think you need to spend $250? That is an assessment for you to make. If you're going to spend $250, do I recommend getting the Peter McKinnon Signature Edition? Yes. It looks great. It works great. The Polar Pro team did an amazing job with this. I actually lost the back part of my case in transit on my way home from New York, so I had to actually email them. They hooked me up with getting a new one. It does have the wrong stop on it, which I didn't even think to tell them to get a different stop, but it does have the right thread pattern and everything, so I guess I can't really complain. Nobody ever is going to know what that means or it is even there unless I show them, or they know what this is and they're looking for it. They do have two different versions of this. They have the 6 to 9 stop, which is what I have in my hand, and then they have the 3 to 5. The 3 to 5 is obviously not going to be as dark as the 6 to 9 is, so you don't have to worry about it as much, but it is still the same price. So that is just my honest review as far as the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro variable ND filter, and whether or not I think you should get one as a photo video beginner intermediate. Obviously, if you're shooting at the advanced level, I would highly recommend getting one of these. If you don't have one yet, it will make your outside photos and videos look 32 times better. I used this outside for the first time. I did senior pictures, and there was the middle of the day at 12 o'clock, and not one cloud was in the sky. So this thing saved my life and helped me make money. But that is it for this video. If you did like the video, make sure you subscribe and hit the little thumbs up. Once you subscribe, there's going to be a little bell. If you tap that little bell, you get notified every time that I upload a video or that I go live, and I do stream video games as well as all of these uploads that you're not going to want to miss. That is it for the video. Peace out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.